Session 12 of the fundamental series covers the low punch defence and stopping an attacker if they're coming forwards to choke you before they actually get to the position where they can get their hands on your throat. Okay. So, the low punch defence. Now, we practiced earlier on in the sessions, dropping down and striking towards the solar plexus. This is the same thing, but it's the defence, it's the other side of it. Somebody's coming in, bang, to strike you in the solar plexus here. The defence for this is to drop down, bring your hand across, and strike with the palm, followed by a kick with the foot or the shin to the groin. Okay? So somebody's coming here and they're striking me with their right hand to the solar plexus here. I'm in my guard position. I might be here in a defensive stance. But if I'm in my full guard position, I'm here. I'm dropping down, bringing the elbow across to deflect, followed by a direct strike with my palm, and then kicking up with my shin or my foot to their groin. Okay, so from here, dropping down, across, palm, strike. And again here, across, palm, strike. Okay? Now, when you're doing this technique, you need to make sure that the elbow is coming across. It's just like we talked about earlier on in the series, about when you're doing a normal deflection here, and then striking simultaneously, you're coming across with the elbow. The little finger is still facing towards the opponent, but it's the elbow that comes across. One of the main reasons for this is to make sure that you cover as much space as possible. If I'm only defending with my palm, I'm only defending this very small space here. If, for example, somebody throws a punch like this, as they do it, they drop, and I'm defending like this, it's going to come straight past my guard and hit me in the chest. If, however, I'm covering like so, as they drop their arm, it gets deflected with the lower part of my arm. Exactly the same way, for this defence, as you drop, you're covering here. Okay, the elbow comes across, so which means that everything from this height to this height is then covered. Then I rise up, strike with my palm, come forward, and strike to the groin with the front kick. Okay, the second part of this session is dealing with stopping an attacker as they're coming in to choke you, but before they actually get there. So this is somebody in an aggressive fashion coming towards you, like so, going to grab you by the throat. And what we're aiming to do here, we're working from a normal front-on neutral stance from here. What we're aiming to do is to stop them either with a palm to the chin or fingers to the throat. Okay, so you're moving here, there. Okay, I'm moving backwards into a guard position. Okay, striking forward and stopping at the chin. Now, we talked about range before. Something that I'll come on to a little bit later in the series is a very, very important element of Krav. Whenever you're training with anybody, you need to make sure that when you're training and you're training to strike, when you actually strike there or touch their chin, for example, you need to be not fully engaged. Okay? If I'm practicing here at this point here, this is when I'm touching their chin. I'm not actually in range to strike them because that is my full extension. So when we're practicing, we need to be here, okay, touching. So when we're practicing this technique and somebody's moving aggressively towards me and you turn and you go to there, the point at which you stop must be the point at which their chin touches the base of your palm. Okay? From there you can choose then to push them backwards. If you so choose, you've got yourself into your guard position, you're strong, you can drive forwards off your rear foot and you can drive them backwards, but that then is your choice. Okay? So from this position here, I'm moving backwards there. Okay? And that's the point at which their chin touches your palm. Now obviously, you need to judge the timing based on the speed of their approach. Okay? Because there's no good sort of standing there waiting for them to walk into your hand. So you need to be here and stop in that position. Also bringing your guard up at the same time. So you're here, this hand starts to move, your guard comes up, and you're stopping there. The other option, of course, is to use your fingers. So you're here as they come in, and you stop there. At this point here, you'll be touching the base of their throat just here. And again, it's touch. You can choose then to drive into their throat and drive them backwards. That is your choice depending on the situation. But at this point, they haven't actually grabbed hold of you. Okay, so you just need to be aware of how aggressive they are, what the situation is, and judge it appropriately. Okay, so there you go. That was session 12. A defence against a low punch and then stopping an attacker who's coming in to throttle you with 2 hands before they actually get to you.